Hello everybody, welcome back to my sunroom here in East Tennessee on this gorgeous fall day. The foliage here in East Tennessee is at its peak. It's so beautiful. I really enjoy doing videos this time of year because you get to see just so much of the foliage that really accentuates all the beauty inside the sunroom. So it's just a beautiful time of the year. I love this time of the year. And thought I'd just go on a sunroom tour with you all, show you what's going on with my orchids. There's a lot going on. As you see, there's not a whole lot in bloom besides my huge Dendrobium Solea Champu and and my species Phals and my novelty Phals. They're all blooming and it's just absolutely fantastic. My complex hybrid Phals, they are gearing up to bloom, and I've got some of the longest spikes I've ever had. They're crazy long. So just thought I'd share with you what's going on. Over here, of course, you see my Thanksgiving cacti. They are budding. They're going to be in bloom by the time Thanksgiving rolls around. I'm grateful for that. Here's my beautiful Bellina pumpkin. She's got another bud. Mine bloom into the fall. So that's just an added bonus. And of course, there is my beautiful Phal Matuo King Bellina. Ooh, that is a gorgeous. Let me get this to focus. There we go. She is so pretty. I can see this one from my desk in my house, and so it's one of my favorites. The longer I have her, the prettier she gets. Let's do a nice pretty close-up on her. Wow. As you can see, I mean, it's just, this is a gorgeous plant, gorgeous bloom, smells so nice. And then next to her, my Phal Tetraspis C2, is it C2 or C1? Let me see. That's what I thought. It's C2, yes. But this is the time of the year where it has all white blooms. Do you see this gorgeous fuzzy lip? I love that about this plant. In the wintertime, I get more red in these blooms, but for right now, I get these gorgeous white blooms. So pretty. And got to give you a close-up of my Phal Bellina pink. Wow. The color combination of this one is just fantastic. It's not a yellow, it's kind of a green yellow bloom with that fantastic pink splash. Absolutely gorgeous. And here's my Phal Magic Art. I love the latest bloom. Lots and lots of speckles on this bloom. More of a splash on this bloom. And you see how each one is just so unique and different. I told you I'd let you know what I'm going to do with this one. This is the one that I forgot to water for quite a while. And I decided to keep this one in water culture. I took a look at the roots and I thought, oh my goodness, this root system is absolutely beautiful now. Let me see if I can get a shot for you. And here's a close-up of the roots. You can see this one's doing very well in water culture. Didn't think I'd ever use water culture with the Phal again. It is rather time intensive because I put the water in this pot in the morning, just enough to cover the bottom of the roots. Do you see? Which in this huge pot is about 3/4 to a cup of water a day. And what I do is I add the water in the morning, and then about the time the sun goes down, I drain it. So it does not stay in water overnight. I figured if it stays in water overnight, it's going to get cold, especially in the winter time. The water's going to get really cold, and I don't want that. So yeah, she's going to stay in water culture over the winter time. If I see that something's going on with the roots, I'll just change it. But so far, so good. And last month I showed you all the spike on my Phal Young Home Little Snow. Yeah, let's show you what's going on now. 3 spikes, as you see, 3. That one over there on the right is branching, and here we go on our journey. Yeah, this is how tall it is. Can you believe it? It's setting buds now. Let's get it to focus. Yeah, longest spike that I've ever seen. It's probably, what, about 4 feet tall now? So I can't wait to see this one bloom. Here's another one. This is a no ID. This is a gorgeous pink purple one that my daughter bought me, and it's doing the very same thing. Do you see this spike? I've got to stake that back because it's curving a lot, but it's every bit as long as the other one that I just showed you on Young Home Little Snow. There's that plant. And let's come over here to my Phal Marianne. Here she is. She had some whitefly issues a few weeks ago, so I placed one of these sticky traps near her, and yeah, that trap is full. That's the best way to get rid of whiteflies, by the way. And check out this spike. Same thing. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And this one, of course, has set up buds, so it's gonna bloom probably in about a month or so. So these are some of the longest spikes I've ever seen. Some of the longest spikes I've ever had. I can't wait for these to bloom. These are going to be spectacular. And here's one of my favorite things. This is Lepanthopsis astrophora with the tiny little star blooms. I'm going to zoom in so you can see them. So cute. I can't take it out of this terrarium right now because there's just so many spikes everywhere. The longer I have this one, the better it does. This is one that likes to be kept moist, not wet. You know, that's kind of a tricky thing to learn how to do. And also it does not like direct sun at all. That's why it's up here. It doesn't even have a grow light. So it likes bright shade. But these little tiny starry blooms, oh my goodness, I love them. This is a charming little plant. Everybody who comes back here and sees this is like, what in the world is that? So I love this little plant. And back here in the corner is my Cattleyas forest. Everybody's really doing good. They've grown so much this summer. This was a really good summer for growth because it was just so hot. And Cattleyas, they really like the high temperatures. So yeah, I've got sheaths on these already. They normally don't develop for me until spring though. I might get a few blooms here though in a couple of months. I noticed that the sheath on one of the Hawaiian Cattleyas it's starting to look like it's going to do something. So if it does, I'll share that video with you all. But wow, these have done really well this summer. And Snow White, the Thanksgiving cactus, is getting ready to bloom. She's quite huge. Here's Big Red, little bit behind Snow White, but I can see some red buds that are getting to be pretty big. So yeah, that's what he looks like. And my pretty Phal Violacea indigo blue diamond, still in bloom, still smells fantastic. And we got another bud back here, so she's going to bloom again. There's actually 3 spikes on this plant. I'm really excited. I bet the next time this blooms, it's going to really perform very well. This plant's done amazingly well. And over here I have another Phal Bellina It's Falbellina perfect crossed with Falbellina Titan. So I'm wondering what that one's going to look like. But I bought this one last year from Hauserman as a seedling. And then look at my Leptadies bicolor. It has grown so much. I've got it back here close to my space heater. It's probably about 4 feet away. But this area right here stays warmer, so it likes warmth. So it's doing well. I can't get over, when I first got it, this little pencil right here was about that long, if you can imagine. This was such a tiny little plant, it was even hard to record it. So I'm so glad that it's doing well, and I'm hoping that in the spring it's going to bloom for me. That would be fantastic. And while Dendrobium Solea Champu is in bloom, got to get a close-up of her. So many of you love this plant. She is so fabulous. So yeah, she's still hanging on to 4 spikes. She's already lost 2. 2 of them have faded. She's in bloom much of the time now. There's really not a time during the year that she's not either blooming or spiking. So very prolific bloomer this one is. Love this plant. And the Tulumnia report. Yes, they're doing well. I've got 3 spikes on this one. I can't believe it. And this spike is quite long, as you see. This one is Tulumnia, let's see, Gyric Firm Yellow. It's a really nice plant, and it's bloomed. Overall, it's bloomed for me just very well. It's bloomed every year that I've had it. I've had this one. This is the 3rd year I've had it. And this is the buds on Sahara. So these have grown. These have grown into little miniature bushes, haven't they? When you first get them, there's just nothing to them. They're so small. But in 2 or 3 years, this is what you get. And let me show you the ones in the dining room. Okay, and the spike that you see back there in the back is Gyric Firm Red Devil. A very good bloom. It blooms every single year as well. And let's see, there's one on, I think that's Coramo back there. I forget if it's Gyric Firm. I think it is. I think it's Gyric Firm Coramo. Here's one on Gyric Firm Pink Lady right here. And then I've got one on Barbie back there. So yeah, these are doing well. I learned to not let them bloom for too long. These are kind of like Phals in that they will just bloom themselves out of existence if you let them. So as soon as I see these blooms starting to fade, or if I think that they've been in bloom for too long, I'm going to remove the spikes, because I've had, well, okay, like this one right here was a very, very strong plant. It still looks really good, but I lost part of it due to the fact that it was just in bloom for so long. So I'm not going to let them do that anymore. It's kind of one of those things you've got to have some ideas about how long they need to be in bloom, and then after that, let them rest from that. So especially true with these Tolumnias, I've found. Well, this was a lot of fun. The tour, I just enjoy them a lot. I love showing you what's going on, what's new. I love my summer blooming Phalaenopsis orchids because, you know, they're blooming while your complex hybrids aren't. So, you know, they give me that pop of color. The fragrance is wonderful back here right now. It just smells like Bellina heaven. I love them. And yeah, I just wanted to show you all everything that's going on. Normally November is a quiet month, but plenty to share with you all this time. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going along with me. sharing my orchid journey with me. Thank you so much for liking and hyping my videos. I truly appreciate all of you who do that. Another thing I was going to mention is I'm asked a lot about how I fertilize my plants, and I will put a link to my latest fall fertilizing video that I just did a few months ago or last month. I'll put a link to that down in the description box below. So if you want to see how I fertilize this time of the year, you're going to get a good idea about what I do. And yeah, appreciate you all so much. And before I end the video, I would love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. May the Lord bless and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. You all make it a great day. We'll talk to you next time.